Footprinters, Chrissy here. I just did a reading on Pence, Barr and Giuliani and the Ukrainian scandal, and I just want to explore the Pence situation further, and I'm going to ask the question: will Pence be facing impeachment inquiries / proceedings as well? Will Pence be facing impeachment as well? Will Pence be facing impeachment as well? Now I'm going to do a Celtic cross with the addition of the Johnny duo, word of warning and word of solace. So that's from Johnny from Tarot's Apprentice. If you haven't seen him, check him out. While I'm at it, I'd like to welcome any new viewers and thank you to the people who have subscribed recently. I tend to hover around the same number. I think sometimes some people leave, and well, if you do, you do. That's no problem. Also, just adding, I'm not a psychic or a medium. I'm not a sensitive. Everybody is intuitive. I am intuitive. I do intuitive reading, and I will often see what comes popping into my head first, and very much using my intuition. And also, everything here is just my opinion based on my interpretation of the cards. And I always try to remain respectful. Sometimes I will lose it a little bit and, give the odd name, but I try and keep it respectful at all times, even when I'm dealing with people who don't necessarily deserve that respect, because keeping things as respectful as possible helps you maintain your objectivity. I just had a couple. It's interesting. Look, near the top of the deck there. That card just keeps popping up for Pence. Got it. What, 2 of them in the last reading. So anyway, so I'll give these a couple more shuffles. I'm using the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid, one of my favourite card people. Oopsie daisy. Cards just want to have their say. So how about we let them? 2 of air. That came out. He's got some tough decisions to make, or somebody else is making some decisions about whether to proceed with action against him or not. Let's have a look at what's on the bottom of the deck. 4 of Water, discontent, an offer that you necessarily don't want. Again, he may not face impeachment, but that may only be because he might resign. We'll see. So, the situation, will Mike Pence possibly face impeachment? King of Earth, the King of Pentacles. Very solid, stable, resourceful. This is very much representing, he's a pillar of the community, basically. This is what he wants to be seen as. And being seen as anything else is actually quite unthinkable to him. So, yeah, that's what he wants to be seen as, the pillar of the community. He really wants to be president. What's the challenge with regard to Mike Pence and impeachment? The King of Water. This is, he wants to overcome all this, not face impeachment, and be the president. The challenge to him is the King of Cups, which to me is almost always Trump. And in this case, it's definitely Trump, his association with Trump. So that's where he wants to see himself. This is the situation he's at. Now, this is on whether or not he's going to face impeachment. So he's hoping he doesn't. He's hoping he doesn't. Trump's a challenge to that. So the focus of the situation, the Queen of Water. The first thing that pops into my head, even though I usually see her as the Queen of Wands or the Queen of Fire, is Pelosi. This is a very emotional situation for Pence. And I think he's trying, I think he may have to try and strike a bargain, and I think he's finding it very emotionally hard as well. It is an emotional situation. Donald Trump betrayed his country, and if the stories about the phone calls that Mike Pence made with regard to the whole situation, so did he. So it's a very emotional situation. People are going to start looking for emotional stability. And he's going to need to find some emotional stability. The recent past, he has been hopeful. This came up again. It was in the last reading I did with him, the star card. He's been hoping that Trump will hang himself out to dry and he'll be able to step in and be that pillar of the community. That's what he's been doing. He's been sitting back and hoping. The present situation for him as regards to whether or not he's going to try, he's trying to balance things. He's trying to find a balance. I think he's definitely talking to somebody about it. That could be his wife, his family, but I also think it's him trying to find some emotional stability. He's trying to balance things as well. Find a balance between getting rid of Trump and staying. But I think if Trump goes, he's going to take Pence with him. The near future for Pence. Ooh, temptation. This, of course, in the classic Rider Waite, is the devil. Not very nice things are awaiting him. Greed and avarice. His greed, his avarice, and the greed doesn't necessarily have to be for money. It can be for power, and all that's going to come back out and haunt him, I think. What's in the environment around Mike Pence with regard to impeachment? The hermit. He's not saying much. He's trying to keep his own counsel. But there's also a light being shone on him now that wasn't being shone on him before. The hermit being this, I don't think anyone really knew about these two phone calls, and that's been shone on. So the light's shining on them and those two phone calls, which he's been keeping very, very much in the dark. And now it's out there in the environment around him. What are others seeing? Interesting. He's feeling trapped. Or others are seeing someone who is trapped in this whole situation. I can't remember whether it was Bill Barr or Mike Pence who was feeling trapped by the whole situation in the previous reading I did. But one of them got the Eight of Swords with regard to the whole. But he's feeling, other people are seeing Mike Pence in a position of legal jeopardy. We'll put it that way. What is his fear? His fear is that his plans are not going to come to fruition. I think his plan was always become the vice president, let Trump do himself in and then step in. It's not going to happen. It's either that his plans aren't going to come to fruition, or somebody else's plans, possibly the Democrats' plans to get the Republicans out of the White House, are going to come to fruition. One or the other. His plans won't, or somebody else's plans will. That's his fear. What's his hope? 5 of water. He's hoping that he does not lose everything. That's what he's hoping. Because this is what he's facing, and he's hoping that that does not happen. What's the outcome for Mike Pence? Queen of Earth, that's interesting. That is the Queen of Pentacles, and it's I'm going to have to do a clarifier on this, but it's often wake up because you're totally lacking in what's happening around you. You're totally lacking awareness of what's happening around you. That's the negative connotation of the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, sorry. He's going to have to wake up and smell the roses. I think that's what this means. I think this decision is going to be him having to either decide to resign quietly or face impeachment. He's going to have to wake up and smell the roses. Word of warning about the whole situation with the impeachment. There are so many possibilities. So many different ways to get rid of Trump, of Pence. But also, you have to, it's one thing to get rid of Trump, but to go after the vice president as well, that's something that maybe America, because this often stands for America, might not be as comfortable with either. So this is a word of warning for those thinking about impeaching him as well. It's probably better to try and get him to resign. Word of solace. The 3 of, if they work together, if the Republicans work with the Democrats, because they know that it's just, they can't keep these, if they work together and go and talk to Pence together, they may get him to accept the deal he doesn't really want. I'm just going to do a clarifier on that Queen of Earth. Oh, the 2 cards came out. Oh, 9 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. He is going to have to wake up very, very quickly because a lot is going to be coming at him, and he's going to have to build up his defences. Again, that came up in the last one as well. This is lots and lots of stuff coming coming out, lots and lots of stuff, not going at him, but lots and lots of stuff, lots and lots of communication about him. Yeah, so if he doesn't resign, I think he's going to be offered the deal: resign or we will impeach. I'll just put those two clarifiers back. Give the little deck another shuffle, and I will do a quick yes/no trio. So I'm slowly getting my head around what's a yes and what's a no and what's a maybe. So okay, will Mike Pence take a deal and resign? Will Mike Pence take a deal and resign? Let's have a look. Will Mike Pence take a deal and resign? 1, 2, 3, 4 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, that's a yes. 9 of Wands, not sure. I think that's a maybe or a no. Right, 4 of Pentacles is a, like I said, I keep meaning to learn all these, but yeah, that's a no. 4 of Pentacles is a no. 9 of Wands is a yes. And Queen of Pentacles is a yes. So, again, the Queen of Pentacles came up. Having to build his defences again came up. It's on me shuffle. Yes, yes, no. He's going to have to build his defences because people have the resources to, they have what they need to impeach him. They have the resources to impeach him. So if he wants to hang on to any dignity, he's going to have to take the deal in order to defend what's left of his pride or honour or whatever. Yeah. So, very interesting. Again, it's not looking too good for Pence. The Tower didn't come up in this one, but you know, the Devil did, and yeah. So anyway, that is a deeper look at the Mike Pence situation with impeachment. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Love you all, footprinters, and I will see you at the next reading. Bye bye.